Salutations everyone, this is Razor bringing you guys another Overwatch video where today we're going to be talking about kind of an interesting subject in that, is Ana the worst character in Overwatch? It sounds ludicrous considering she was once considered the best character in the entire game when Triple Tank was a thing. Ryu Jaehyun was considered the best Overwatch player in the world because he was the best at playing the best character. But she has, obviously her fall from grace has been coming a long time, and with, all the Mercy changes and with Moira coming in, a lot of, things have shifted when it comes to the way people view and treat healers in this game, to where Ana doesn't really have a spot anymore. Her pick rate is quite low across the entire board of the game, and even in Overwatch League we pretty much never see Ana. You see her sometimes on .1 defense on Numbani, and occasionally other times a little bit, but never. She's never a usual pick. She's never a standard pick that you see in any composition or on any map. She just doesn't seem to have a place in the game anymore. And her win rate is abysmal. She has one of the lowest win rates in the entire game. Now, no win rate can be a little bit of a confusing stat because Torbjorn and Symmetra have some of the highest win rates in the game at the higher levels, even though they are two of the worst characters in the game and the two least picked in the entire game. And that's because people don't pick them very often at all. But when they do, they go off of them when they don't work. If Symmetra, if they can't get the teleporter real quick, then they'll switch off the Symmetra. If Torbjorn isn't working out, or if they lose the point A defense on whatever it is, then they switch off of Torbjorn. So the win rate of Torbjorn and Symmetra aren't hurt very much. So win rate is a confusing stat because Torb and Symmetra have the highest ones in the highest level of play, but they're also the least used and considered the worst out there. But regardless, Ana has a bottom 5 win percentage across all levels of competition, on all levels in comp, as well as on every single platform, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And in gold and above, she is bottom 2 in every single platform outside of like PS4 Grandmaster. She's like number 3 or something. So she's outside of that, she's always in the bottom 2 in gold and above on every platform. And the last place is typically Hanzo or Widowmaker, more so Hanzo on PC and more so Widowmaker on console for obvious reasons. But she's always in the bottom 2, so there's got to be something wrong with this character, right? Her pick rate isn't that great, so it's not like she's hurt by so many people picking her and playing her incorrectly like you see Hanzos and Widows. Those are not characters you see rarely. You see those characters quite often, but those characters take a little bit more skill to get value out of, so that kind of explains their low win percentage. It's not like there are a ton of bad maps for Widowmaker. You go into Overwatch League and you see Widowmakers wrecking havoc. But obviously that takes a lot of skill, and when the best of the best are playing her, you can definitely see her shine. And hopefully, with Hanzo's Stormbow change, we get to see a little bit of a change in that as well. But that's only really going to help the people that are already good at Hanzo. That's not going to help people who are bad at Hanzo. But Ana is a character that, once again, we don't see used very often. And her win rate is abysmal. It really is. And people have been viewing Ana as a throw pick for a while now. My last video on Ana was going over the fact that a lot of people consider her a troll pick, and I still do not believe that Ana is a troll pick. I wouldn't put her on the same level as Torbjorn or Symmetra, who have the highest win rates, so big difference there. At the highest levels. Obviously they don't at the mid levels or lower levels, but I also don't consider her a troll pick like I do Widow and Hanzo, because if you have a Widow or Hanzo on your team, chances are they're going to be hot garbage and they're basically throwing just by picking those characters because they don't have the skill to utilize what that character can give you. And Ana, yes, does take some skill to play. She is one of the more difficult characters to play. She's a sniper, hit scan, healer, so she's not going to be as easy to heal with, say, as Mercy or Zenyatta, where you just kind of have to point and click and forget about it. You know, that's just guaranteed healing that you're going to get. And obviously when Ana was super good in the game, the triple tank meta where she was a must pick, you know, in that meta, Moira has now come into the game, and if you're running triple or quad tank, Moira is way better at propping up that strategy than Ana ever could be, because her ability to heal multiple targets all the time with her primary fire, not just with the cooldown ability like Ana's bio grenade. So, you know, that definitely hurts Ana, because what she used to be the best at, Moira is just way better at. And, you know, Ana doesn't have a fantastic ultimate. Her ultimate is not a defensive ultimate, it's an offensive ultimate with Nano Boost. A good ultimate, you know, you can pair it up with a lot of really good things. Nano Blade, Nano Visor, Nano Hog, you know, just Nano a Winston and let him get in there and, you know, gives you the easiest dive kill possible. But it's not a defensive ultimate like in dropping the beats or Coalescence. You know, even Coalescence isn't really that great when you compare it to Transcendence or the beat drop or Valkyrie mode for Mercy. So that definitely does hurt her a little bit. You take a look at someone like Zenyatta, you know, who doesn't heal a ton. You know, Ana's gonna out heal him, but he's gonna get, you know, possibly up to like half of his healing just from his ultimate, and that's a game swinging ability, his Transcendence, in order to turn a fight. So Ana doesn't have that going for her, so maybe if they give her a defensive ultimate, that could help her a ton. Even though Nano Boost, yes, is really good, it's a lot of fun, and can be very, very useful. Just as a healer, a defensive ultimate might help her more. So people are talking about getting rid of her ammo restriction. She has one of the longest reload animations in the game, and, you know, she has to, you know, cock her rifle every single time she shoots the gun, and her gun isn't going to heal people as easily as any of the other healers in the game, where you have an aura like Lucio, or a click and forget about it like Mercy or Zenyatta, or Moira, who, you know, just heals AoE with her secondary fire healing, as well as with her healing orb. So Ana doesn't have any of that going for her. She's more of a skill shot, and she also has, you know, a lot of utility that she brings to the table with her sleep dart, which is a skill shot but can tear down any push. You take a charging Reinhardt, he's darted, he's dead. Anybody ulting, Nano, even if they're nanoed themselves, darted, and, you know, that takes care of the threats. You have, you know, a Bastion in a fortified position, darted, that problem's gone. You take a look at a Diva, she's darted, she can't defense matrix, you take care of the Mercy, you know, what have you. The dart is super duper useful. It's a skill shot, it is a projectile, and, you know, it's a very small projectile at that. So, you know, it takes a lot of skill to use Ana and to get value out of that dart. But it's still a very useful skill that, you know, the good players are going to be hitting a decent portion of the time, as you see myself do in this game. And still people feel that Ana is a throw pick, a troll pick. I get more messages of people telling me to switch off of Ana than any other character. I can pick a Hanzo and a Widow, and most of the time people will tell me to switch. But if I'm Ana, it's pretty much guaranteed that someone's going to tell me to switch, because they just view her as a terrible troll pick character. I mean, I've gotten messages from Moiras on my own team telling me to switch, even though I'm out healing the Moira. That's just the way that it is. People always blame the healers, and people don't think Ana is very good at healing, so people want the Ana to switch, even though they can make big plays that you aren't going to be seeing with gold medals because of what they can do with anti-nade, which gives you the ability to heal your teammates as well as do damage to your enemy and prevent them from healing. That is a huge thing. It stops a Roadhog in his tracks. It could stop an enemy from propping up any character, even if they're getting all kinds of pocket healing, because they can't get healed once they get bionaded. So Ana brings a lot of unique, very powerful things to the table, but she's not going to be healing as much as Moira or Mercy. She'll never be as good as Mercy, ever, because she doesn't have res, and she can't out-heal her. And she can't self-peel with Guardian Angel or with, like, Lucio's boop. She won't be able to heal Moira. She won't be able to provide as much utility with Lucio, who could self-peel for himself and for others with his boop ability. He has a defensive ultimate, and he can speed boost, which is a unique thing that you really cannot replace, especially if you're running a death ball where Ana was so good back in the day. Lucio Moira is just going to be a better composition to run death ball in so many different situations, and even Mercy's going to be better just because she has res and Valkyrie. So people are saying maybe allow her to shoot through fully healed teammates so she can hit somebody else, so she can't be body blocked by her own teammates. Other people are saying that, you know, get rid of her ammo requirement, and those would help. Those would increase her healing output, but I don't think they would come to the heart of the issue. I don't think she's a troll pick, but yes, she isn't going to be helping as much as other healers when it comes to the healing and defensive aspects of things. But if you can get value out of the Sleep Dart and out of the Bionade, then she can be more useful. But especially at the highest or higher levels of play, that's just not going to be consistent enough when you can just run a Zen or a Mercy or even a Moira. So she's in a very difficult spot right now, where she used to be the queen of the game, and now she's bottom 2 across all platforms, and that's really sad to see, because I think she's a good, fun character. The skill floor is very high compared to others, but she still definitely needs a little bit of help. Maybe it's changing her ultimate or allowing her to heal more. We don't want to buff her too much, because we don't want Moira Ana triple tank to be the thing, and I don't think we have to worry about tanks being an issue, since tanks keep getting nerfed and DPSs keep getting buffed. But Ana definitely does need some help.